Good morning, guys. This is Sherelle James with you again. Listen, wanted to, and I know it's super early. I know it's early, and usually I do my post late, but just had something on my mind today that I really wanted to talk about before I got out the door. And it's really about, this is to business owners. You guys know that one thing that I do understand, and I know for sure, is that business owners are good at delivering their product or service, but not so good when it comes to the back office. And it's because that's not what you got in business for. You got in business because you do well at the service. You have a super great product that the market needs. But what hinders us a lot of time as business owners is the back office work, all the stuff that we did not know that came with owning a business. And so, as you know, my company, My Local CFO, we partner with businesses to help them in their back office. And our philosophy is that you have to have a strong foundation. You have to have a strong foundation. And in it, one of the things I talk to my clients about, one of the things that I talk to when I teach, that I talk about is understanding the different hats that you wear. And the different hats that you wear could be employee, could be employer, could be janitor. I mean, we wear as business owners, especially small business owners, you wear so many different hats. And a lot of times, particularly small business owners, we look at being a small being capital SMALL, and business being lowercase BUSINESS, rather than lowercasing small and uppercasing business. So the emphasis we usually put on, oh, I'm just a small business, so I don't have to worry about this, I don't have to worry about that. And then we start to struggle a lot. So what I wanted to talk about today is, and kind of what I teach a lot of, is counting the cost. But in order to count the cost, you have to take time out. We're all in business to make money, to have better lives, to have some type of freedom that we're looking for, to be able to impact and make a difference. But if we don't stop to count the cost and be the business owner, not the employee, not the technical person, but the person who is in charge of the business, who's driving the business, if we don't take that time, then we end up finding ourselves stuck. And a big trend that happens in business is things are going well, so we're moving up. And while we're moving up, we're not focused on where we're going and how we're getting there. So that up then becomes a down. And as we're going up and we're going down and we're going up and we're going down, that's our cash flow, that's our clientele, that's our mood, that's just everything, because we're so focused on the right now. And we've got to count the cost. I know last night I posted a video about budgeting, or roadmap, is what I call it, is having a roadmap. And this is kind of a part B to that, in that you have to definitely count the cost. But I want to not just talk about counting the cost, because we talked about it yesterday in budgeting and knowing your numbers and understanding them. What I really want to talk about in counting that cost, you have to get good counsel and wisdom. And so it's not that you have to know everything, but you have to surround yourself with the knowledge that you need in the areas of your weakness. And as business owners, a lot of time we think that we have to know it all. I have to know it all. If I don't know it, then it can't get done. If I'm not doing it, then it can't happen, because no one's going to do it the way I do it. And if I don't understand it, then it's not going to be done right. But what I want to get everyone to understand, and I want to encourage everyone to, is to look for a counsel. There are consultants that can help you in areas of expertise. A lot of times we're not able, as small businesses, you're not able to hire all of these experts, but you can contract with them, you can talk to them, and you can develop a team of wisdom around you. Just like you develop a team of workers or laborers, you can develop a team of wisdom around you so that you can be the best business owner and make some of the best decisions that you can make for yourself. One of the areas that I want to talk about, of course, is in the area that I work in, which is finance. And I know in my last video, I talked about how finance, when you look around, everything has a cost. So at the end of the day, everything comes back to finance. Whether you're starting a business, growing a business, maintaining a business, everything you do comes back to a dollar figure and a dollar number. And I don't say that to scare you, and I don't say that to make you cringe, but I say that because I run into a lot of business owners. As you know, we counsel, we consult businesses in the financial area, but it's even more than that. It's the business as a whole, helping the organizational picture of what they want the organization to do or how they want the organization to move, to match that with the financial picture of the company, because lots of times those two things don't match. The operations of a company and the finances of a company usually don't match. And it's because we've not taken out the time to count the cost. We're so busy moving and seeing, I need this, I got to do this, this has to move, but we don't give enough time to understanding the numbers behind what's driving operations, what's making operations move. And so we end up being stuck or going through that flow of things where we're up and down, up and down, up and down, that and we're wondering, why can't I get out of this cycle? Why can't I get out of this cycle? So many clients that I talk with, they, one, had no clue that, oh my gosh, this makes a big difference for me. But number two, some clients don't realize that all the things that I'm trying to figure out, I need to sit down and really spend time with a financial expert that understands business, that understands organization, that understands how business organization and processes work from an organizational standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint, and can marry the two together. Oftentimes we look at the two separately. So I'm going to say to you, as you're counting the cost and you have your counsel of wisdom, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is treat them as a team, not individually. So what I see a lot of times are business owners going over to talk to their accountant, and they'll ask them questions based on what they think they need to ask them. Then they'll go to their tax preparer and they'll ask them questions based on what they think they need to ask them. Then they'll go to their legal and they'll ask them questions based on what they think they need to ask them, when really all of them need to be working together. It needs to be a cohesive team, because there may be something you said to one person that you didn't say to the other that could have changed the way that things needed to be done, the answer that you were given, and it puts everyone on the same page. And when you have a team that is working on the same page, you can move faster and get a lot done. So that's my soapbox for today. It really is to count the cost, but take it seriously. And those of you who are maybe watching this that are not business owners, even in your personal, seek the right counsel. Don't think you can do it alone. Don't think that as a business owner or just as a person, regardless if you have expertise in that area or not, don't think when it comes to you and your business or you and your household that I don't need to talk to anyone. I've got it covered, because we usually can help everybody else and are really blind when it comes to our own stuff, because we don't like to be truthful with ourselves. So in this, I just want to say, have a fabulous day. Get a counsel of wisdom as we are on December 2nd. Take time to count the cost. If you strategize and plan properly in the beginning, everything will move smoothly. How many times have you had a project or had something that you wanted to do? You get excited, you roll it out, you have to pull it back because there was no strategy behind it. You hit walls because there was no strategy. You end up spending more money, more human resources, more time and effort. A lot of times you have to scrap whatever it was and start all over from scratch. When if we just take that time from the beginning to complete strategy, now we have something that we can roll out. We know the cost, We know where our trigger points are. We know what our goals are. We know where we're benchmarking. We know who's doing what and when they're doing it and where they're doing it and how they're doing it. And that is taking the time to count the cost. Because at the end of the day, if you spend more time planning and then implement the plan, we can always tweak along the way. But if we spend more time planning and implement the plan, we'll get there faster. It'll be a smoother ride. We won't have so many hiccups. And everyone will be clear about their place in the plan, their place in the strategy, and can just move and operate. All right. I love you guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Definitely like us, My Local CFO. Share with me if you've got questions, if you have comments, please share them with me. I would love to start a dialogue, but I really think it's time for us to look and count the costs. All right. Have a fabulous day. Talk to you soon.